We'd like to welcome you to our current event and weekly Bible study for August 15th, 2010. And today we're going to be mostly covering the subject of depopulation and what are they doing to the food and the water supply and beyond that to perpetuate this population reduction agenda. This is what we're going to be looking at today. So we're just going to start out with a little bit of an overview on that subject, and then we're going to get into some specific things that they're doing along those lines. The first article we're looking at here is from Prison Planet, and it's entitled The Population Reduction Agenda. The elite agenda for global depopulation control is not a conspiracy theory. It is on record and documented. There is still a large number of people amongst the general public and academia, and especially those who work for the corporate media, who are still in denial about the on-the-record stated agenda for global population reduction, as well as the consequences of this program that we see unfolding. We have compiled a compendium of evidence to prove that the elite have been obsessed with eugenics and its modern-day incarnation, population control, for well over 100 years, and that goal of population reduction is still in full force to this day. In the third world, Ted Turner has contributed literally billions to population reduction, namely through the United Nations programs. Now again, we keep talking about how it seems like the United Nations always more and more on a regular basis keeps rearing its ugly head whenever it comes to evil, whenever it comes to a one-world government, one-world political system, one-world economic system, one-world religious system. Isn't it funny how the United Nations always gets injected into that, and it makes sense because the Bible predicted it was going to be this way, and the United Nations is the most logical instrument to make that happen. So, leading the way for the likes of Bill and Melinda Gates and Warren Buffett, Gates' father, who has also been a leading board member of Planned Parenthood and a top eugenicist. We talked a lot about Planned Parenthood last week, many of the companies that are actually participating in that. I had put that out last week about PayPal, and I've taken PayPal off the donation link in any of my headers. I've still got to get it off the website because I needed to finish this study before I got into that. Hopefully it'll be off this week. But as we had stated last week, PayPal is actually a corporate sponsor for Planned Parenthood, as well as eBay and Wells Fargo Bank. They all work together, and among many other companies that we went over last week. Had a lady, Carrie S., emailed me, and she sent me a link of an article for One News Now regarding PayPal's involvement with Planned Parenthood, Muslim donations, and gay activism donations as well. So now we've got PayPal's involvement with Planned Parenthood, Muslim donations, and gay activism donations. If you're using them in a ministerial capacity in order to take donations, how could that not bring a curse on you? And I'm talking to myself chiefly because here I am, I've had that for a long time. Now, was I aware of any of it? Absolutely not. But, there's a lot of things we can do that are going to hinder us, and we may not know about them. And again, my children are destroyed for lack of knowledge, Hosea 4:6. And this is why we have to, when we learn something, we need to act on it and not just go along as though nothing happened. Because then God will really hammer you if you do that. Because then you're responsible. To whom much is given, much is required. So she goes on to say, here is a link to the recommended replacement, evidently from this article. You can research them and see for yourself. They have no involvement with these sort of activities, for now anyway. And it's www.g, or www.g, letter G, pal, P-A-L, gpal.net. Okay, so there's the one. Now, when I did get a response back from Life Decisions International, they're the ones that put out that list. It is $20 to purchase the list, but I think if you get other copies, they come way down in price. And you have to go to their website to do that. I gave you all the information on that last week. Their website is www.fightpp.org. Planned Parenthood. Do you want to say something? So that's Life Decisions International. And they said, we apologize for the phone problems, because remember how I had said they cut me off? And it was a phone problem. I shouldn't have said anything because I was judging before a matter before I heard it. So it says, we apologize for the phone problems. We've had bad storms coming through twice daily and the phone systems keep crashing. It says, we have been using, now the one they use is www.prestobiz.com. Prestobiz, prestobiz.com. And they said they've been using them for about a year and have never had a problem. Another good one, they said, is www.unitedbankcard.com. So there's three alternatives there that we know of. I just wanted to throw that in because it did come up here right at the very beginning. And like I said, we'll be getting that PayPal link off our site very soon, and trying to use